YouTube podcast world. What's up, family? You already know the name, man. Page and Plays podcast here. This is a bittersweet moment, man. We got the last three games. We got the NFC AFC championship game. Then you already know, like a good week or so later, we got Super Bowl. Listen, man, if you guys haven't already, man, hit the like button, show the love, man. Last video, I almost feel like it's starting to go viral, man, because I called some things went my way, some things didn't go my way, but I look at the views for a channel that just started. I'm glad that I saw what I saw. So I'm very optimistic and was more to come. But this is the upset alert one. I don't think I went wrong last week with some of the picks I said and some of the mindset I said. Two games, let's get right into it. You got AFC Championship game. You got the Kansas City Chiefs going to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Ravens minus 3.5 favorites. You already know what I'm doing, right? Chiefs plus 3.5, plus money on the money line. You know I'm going with the Chiefs to win and cover. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all giving me Mahomes plus money again? I don't think the odds makers has been touching to like how close that is. And I know it was against Buffalo last week and everyone felt some way. Listen, I know they're playing at Baltimore. You know, did y'all see the pregame thing after post game? Mahomes said, "Look, this is what they wanted, so they got what they wanted. We go in there." And with that mindset, man, that to me is a Tom Brady's mindset. You know, I said one thing: if he won that game against the Bills, how big of a thing that would have been. Well, he wins this one again. Are you guys going to still keep doubting how great this quarterback is? And I know it's against a good defense, but Baltimore, they've been one of the best defenses in the league. I've been a voucher for him on that. But Mahomes just do something incredible. And the one thing that no one keeps talking about, but I've been talking about it, the defense. Bro, this defense is pretty shiesty, bro. This defense, they got two solid corners. You know, the D line is solid. So I see Chris Jones and Karlaftis making ruckus. I know Lamar Jackson is a little shiftier as a runner, and they played against somebody like Josh Allen who can run the ball too. I expect him to do a lot of Jared McKinnon scout quarterback, right? If you guys remember, that guy was a Georgia Southern quarterback the year they beat Florida at Gainesville. It was like a big time upset. I remember that. But I can see a lot of that as far as how they can emulate Lamar Jackson a little bit. But if you don't like them to win, I mean, plus 3.5. I mean, whatever's a game winning field goal, you're covered by the 3.5. So I'm going with Chiefs to win and cover that game. Lastly, we got NFC Championship game. We got the Detroit Lions, which let me give them some more credit. Some people think I keep talking about hating them. Listen, this team has done something that win or lose, this team deserves a standing ovation for what they've done this season, and a lot of accomplishments, man. A lot of it. No matter how it was done, a win is a win in certain things. When it comes to the spreads, that's different. But when it comes to their mindset for a team that, I mean, a lot of us witnessed the 0-16 year. You know, I would have never thought this team would be in the NFC Championship game. Maybe a playoffs, but never would have expected this. They take on San Francisco at the Bay, -7 for the Niners. Listen, I'm going with the Lions +7. I wouldn't be shocked if they win the damn game. You heard that, Lions fans? Lions to cover the +7. That's my confident one. I don't know fully about the win, but they have a shot. And let me go ahead and take it back. Y'all remember how I said my team, my Packers had a shot to win that game against the Niners, right? A lot of people would have thought I was crazy. Nope. I think that same game plan the Packers did is what the Lions need to do. I think we saw a running clinic where Aaron Jones, the way he was running the ball. Well, they got Gibbs and Montgomery. If Gibbs can do at least 50% of what Aaron Jones was doing, and then you get another 50% of Montgomery, I think you got to slow this game down. And, you know, the thing about the Lions, they do have a great they got a great defense as far as the run game. They can definitely stop that. We don't know about Debo. Is Debo playing or not? We don't know. I got it at +7. It was at 6.5. I think it was shot right back up to 7. So I still see value in the +7. I don't think this is a blowout game. Now, when you think about the Niners, you always think about Nick Bosa, you think about the D line. But listen, that same D line didn't really get to Jordan Love like that. And the Packers, my Packers offensive line is below average. Now they're playing against a stout offensive line that I think should make some noise, bro. I mean, and I know it's Jared Goff on it, not in the dome. This guy played in the NFC West. He played against Shanahan. Both of them. I mean, so I think that mindset, and he's in California again. I don't think that should be a concern. The weather isn't going to be as bad as it was last week. We're thinking about it. If the Packers make that field goal, we're possibly talking about a 24-21 game, and the Packers are playing Detroit in the NFC Championship game. That's how close I see it. And to me, let's be real, bro. I haven't been a fan of Brock Purdy. I said it throughout this year. Like Brock Purdy is average. You know, I give him salute. You know, 7th-round pick guy. It's hard to be a 7th-round pick starting quarterback in this league, but I think the Lions have a shot to not only cover, but I think they can win the game outright. It's going to be nasty. And I think the problem for the Lions will be the problems the Packers had was the kicking. If it comes down to a field goal game, I mean, the kickers sometimes struggle in forward field, and that's a controlled environment. Now that you're going to be outside, and I checked the weather, I think it's going to be A-OK. But there's concerns with that because that one missed kick can change the whole game, as we saw. But yeah, in the Lions secondary, it's a concern. It's absolutely a concern. I will not deny that, but I think what the Lions need to do, I think they need to try to stack the box a little bit, a little bit, because McCaffrey's going to get catches out the backfield and all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. You might need a spy. And when you look at the Lions, how they have to move the ball besides run the ball, I think San Fran's going to stack 8, 9 in the box. You can exploit that, all right? Hit him with that play action fake. You got St. Brown, you got Laporta, bro. You got weapons. That's how you exploit this 49ers team. Let me bounce back to real quick. We're going to do over-unders. Baltimore Ravens game, Chiefs game, I think it's 44.5. I love the over, but what I just saw before I recorded, 85%, 84% of the public loves the over, and I kind of actually agree with that. But I have been saying the Chiefs defense has been pretty solid, and this has probably been the best defense Mahomes have under his belt as a team. So I can see it being I can see it being a 24-17 game, a 24-20 game. I mean, if it goes under. But, I do like because that 44.5, it's that hook. So see how I'm between that number. But, 24-21, I'll say that hits the over. I know the public loves it, but so do I. And I'm not really going to front on that one. And the over-under for the Lions one is Lions 49ers, I believe, was 50.5. I got to go on under only because I believe the Niners tighten up a little bit better on defense. And I think the Lions can slow this game down with that run game. If they can slow that game down, we're talking tick, 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 tick. And let's do a prediction on that one. Let's see. I say Lions +7. So let's say 50.5. I'm trying to think. 21-17, whoever. 21-17, whoever. Right. That's what I would go with that one. You guys continue to hit the like button, subscribe. We'll do more things coming up after football, of course. We'll do the Super Bowl thing, but March Madness and things is coming up. Follow the Instagram page and plays _podcast. You'll never miss college basketball. We went even yesterday. We covered with Texas +5.5 against Oklahoma. So trust me, man, that's more of my momentum after the NFL. I dibble and dabble in baseball a little bit, but it's more on like anytime home runs, not too much into it. And I don't really get into NBA until playoff time because, I mean, you see how teams play, bro. I already explained the thing, bro. That's why I don't really like it. But continue to show love, y'all. Hope all is well. Let's get this money.